Hi, everybody. My name is Gabe Southard. I'm the principal flute player in the Holland Symphony Orchestra. I also teach at Hope College, where I direct the bands and I teach flute. And I also teach things like orchestration and oral skills and things of that nature. I've been a part of the Holland Symphony, I want to say 7 or 8 years now. Um, and it's been a lot of fun. I really enjoy playing in the group. My wife, who you will meet a little bit later, is the principal oboe player, and one of the primary benefits of playing in the group for me is I get to see her more often than I typically would. A funny story about my relationship with the Holland Symphony is I used to teach at the University of Michigan Flint, and my first experience with the Holland Symphony was actually not as a flute player, but as a guest conductor. The conductor of the group at the time was named Morihiko Nakahara, and he and I were good friends. We'd gone to school together, and there were a couple gigs that he had me come out, and I conducted the group. And then when I moved to Holland to take the position at Hope, of course, that was when Morihiko left. But Johannes Müllerstosch was hired, who also went to Cincinnati with Morihiko and I. And so there's just kind of a nice little kind of triangle with that. And of course, I took the audition and got into the group, and we've been doing it ever since then. We've had some really great times with the orchestra. I don't know if there's anything you need to particularly know about the flute. It's probably one of the best known instruments, but I'll just say a couple little things about it. The flute is somewhat unique in the woodwind world in that, number one, it's not made of wood, as you can clearly see. This one happens to be made out of silver. And the other thing is most woodwind instruments use some sort of reed. The flute also does not do that. You can sort of see we've got an embouchure hole that works right there. And we play the flute by blowing air across that hole, and that's what makes it sort of traditional sound. Then, of course, we take the rest of the instrument and put it together. And that gives you the flute that you know and recognize. The flute typically plays a lot of the melodic ideas in the orchestra. We can be used as a accompaniment instrument as well, but a lot of the big solos and things like that you hear coming from the woodwind section, a lot of those are for the flute. For instance, the beginning of the Debussy Afternoon of the Faun, which we did a number of years ago, sort of starts out with that characteristic I think that's all I've got to say about myself. I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you if you're social distancing and if you're not working currently for your patience with what's going on. It's a crazy time. And we hope that we will be back together as a symphony and with you as the audience very near in the future. Take care and stay safe.